Hello guys. Alright, quick input. What do you guys want to watch? I've got the choices between MaNa versus Nicorakt, Euthermal versus Rex, Percival versus Lemon, Trigger versus Milky Cow, Young Yakov versus Goblin. I think those are the good ones. What do you guys think? Quick. Go, go, go. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of tempted by Nicorakt MaNa. I think that's my current go-to here, but I'm not really sure. Definitely watch the best of the lot. Yeah. I think Goblin Yakov could be interesting. I do think Nicorakt MaNa probably is. Nicораkt's been playing really well lately, and I think MaNa can always be good, so I actually think that's a very fun TVP to start us off on. Yakov Goblin could be good as well, though. Lemon. Yeah, I don't know how good Lemon is right now. Percival Lemon is also very interesting. I actually think there's just a lot of very interesting first-round matches, straight up. I actually have no... Like, it's so rare we come into, like, round one and I have no idea what to cast, but, like, I really don't. Like, the entire bracket's genuinely very fun. I think I'm tempted to go... Nicorakt MaNa. I think that's probably the best matchup we have available to us, to be honest. That was my initial instinct. It might be a bit more of an aggressive series as well, but yeah, I mean, Nicorakt has been, he's been balling. Yeah, he's been playing great lately, so I feel like it's almost a disservice not to jump on him and have a look to see maybe if he's the player we want to dive on in with. Cool. Sweet. All right, we're getting started up, guys. Get into this in a couple of momentos. See what we can get up to and see what's gonna happen. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Alrighty. I think we're good to party on. Beautiful. Alright, we should be good to go in a couple seconds then, guys. Get this ready to roll. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to start up on Winter Madness. Let me just do some admin stuff over here. Perfect. We are counting on down. That's what we love to see. That's what you love to see. Alrighty. GLHF being called, getting ready to rumble, kicking this off into action. It is going to be Winter Madness, as mentioned. Our opening game of the day, guys. Let's get into some TVP. Hello, everyone. And again, how are we doing? Good to see you all. Thanks for being here. Let's cast some StarCraft 2. It's the WardiTV 2025 Championship, and the best part of that is that we are here in the qualifiers, and we're just getting started. We've got the whole event to work through over the next month or so. It's going to be a ton of fun. Loads of great games, I'm sure, on our way. Expecting it to be absolutely freaking awesome, to be honest. So, we're very excited to see what happens. In the bottom right-hand corner, we're going to start things off with the blue Protoss player here from Team Liquid. This is MaNa. Up against the red Terran in the top left corner of the map, we're going to have ourselves Nicorakt as we get ready to roll for game number 1 of this best of 3. Double gas on the way through. Command center building some SCVs. The barracks in production, so it'll be a bit aggressive with the double gas, of course. Going to be a good starting point for us to look from as this probe wanders across to the other side of the map. Gonna see that barracks about to finish. SCV gonna pop off. Cybercore coming through. Orbital command coming up as well. It's gonna be seeing the depot gonna go down. And that probe just gets turned away into the natural for the moment. So I think they get turned out the other direction. The Nexus on the way through. The Cybercore about halfway done. Pylon building. We do have the faction. The Reaper still building up. And it just gets settled for now. Cybercore finishes off over to the side. Again, just going to be having the Stalker on the way out. Just, I mean, pretty peaceful, right? We take an expansion as MaNa and Nicorette going to be setting up on that double gas already, looking to get that on the go and trying to figure out where he takes things. This probe just going to wander over to the sides and get over in toward the mineral line for a couple of moments to get some action moving. Get some work rolling out at the moment. So yeah, put some work in. We're just going to see a little Stalker, Chrono boosted as well. Got the command center, the fact Hellion on the way up, the Wolf Gate still building. Reactor still building through on that barracks as well, so we continue to bring that straight into play. Twilight Council coming up now as well. And get that started also. Stalker shoots, Reaper takes a shot. And we're taking some hits already as we just get pushed around. The Reapers and the Hellion together all on the way up and figuring out where they might be able to get to in these next few moments. Stalker actually going to get a couple of shots off onto the Reaper, so a little bit more damage there. And the Reaper's coming about, the Starport coming through, the couple of probes in production. Danny LaVeteran, how you doing? Thank you so much for the 40-month resub. Good afternoon. Thank you, GLHF. No worries, mate. Thank you so much for resubscribing, as always. Good to see you in the chat as the Reaper Hellion does make a bit of a move across the map. Be seeing the Stalker going to shoot. It's going to be seeing the Reapers hopping up. Stalker's going to continue to fire. It's going to be seeing the Reaper and the Hellion taking a few more shots. Proby is going to go down as well. See the Stalker still chasing over for the next couple of moments. I'm just going to have ourselves the Banshee and the Marines continuing through. Cloaking on the way over. Tech Lab and the bunker going by as well. Just got that blink on the way. A couple of gates in the robo facility all coming up. Banshee and the Marines going through as well, so again, a little bit of everything on the way right now. Just have that cloaking on the way out, Marine tank in production. The bunker building up also here, just for now. We continue to settle into place. Banshee tank, Marine cloaking, robo facility in the gateways coming about as well. Again, Reapers and Hellion coming about, the hallucination moving over. And just take a few moments right now to continue to settle, see where things are going to go. Marine's going to get onto that hallucination. It's going to be a nice little grab as well. Banshee, Cloak, Barracks, SCVs. Continue to build up currently. The Gateway and the Crow is going to be a part of this. And Reaper Hellion just gathering up over on that right-hand side. These Stalkers are going to take the chance to chase after those units. Grenades coming into place. I'm just going to see the Stalker sentry coming around. We are going to see the Banshee getting turned around by the Stalkers. The Blink just now finishing up. Yeah, a couple of barracks continuing through. The engineering base still coming online. Just going to be having the Marines and the barracks and the SCV and again all the kind of usual bits of production just coming along nicely for the moment. So again, getting all of that set into place. Then for Archives and the Gateway going to be a part of this as well. And the Reaper Hellion aspect of this from Nicorette continues to just move around. Looking to see where else we might be able to get to here as we gather honor. Stalkers blink back, getting away from there immediately. Heading down toward the bottom right-hand side. We are going to see some Stalkers walking into place already. Just going to be seeing the Reapers taking some damage. Hellion taking some shots. The tanks will get sieged, so the tank's sieging up already. Scan out to the left-hand side. The Stalker's going to blink about. Nicorach still on this push, looking to get going with this Marine tank Banshee right on the edge. Again, Prism in the charge coming through. The couple Stalkers coming over. Stalkers underneath the Banshee. Going to be hanging out for a moment or two as well. As those Stalkers get toward the top. I'm just going to get rid of a lot of SCVs here, so this is going to be interesting because obviously you can just attack into the natural right now as Nicorach. MaNa does only 3 SCVs are down before recalling. Has to recall into the main as well. Actually, I feel like if you're MaNa here, maybe the better play would have been to actually come from the main base and blink down, because I think he would have reached the tanks anyway, but I think it's still going to be fine. This is looking good as we get underneath that Banshee. It just cloaks up to get away. There's 3 observers all in the same place here. But that's a defense from MaNa, and that's all he's really looking for now. Behind this, Tim Combat, no +1 coming through. Nicorach might have preferred to have kept those units away for a while and just actually preserved them for those upgrades finishing. Might have made a big difference in the end. Unfortunately, not quite meant to be here. Let's just have that Stalker is going to try and get the Banshee. As you can see, the Banshee winning that fight. So a little bit awkward. The trailing, kind of lingering Banshees are kind of doing more than what we even originally got. We actually do kill that Banshee, though, which is a shame. Just going to see the Stalker. He's going to go in after that Hellion. We can blink after if we need, but we do not. So 5 probes lost. Like I say, a lot of that was just the last few workers that ended up being a little bit of a factor here. As you have the Prism, the Stalkers, the Zealots making their way to the upper side in the next few moments, getting ready to position in these next couple of seconds and get that rolling as we drop straight through. Stalkers go on after the Marauders. Nice little storm onto some of those Marauders as well. High Temper's been microed back nicely. You stop to get a warp, and there's no anti-air here to stop the Prism from warping in as well. And all those SCVs take a beating off that storm. If there was any follow-up there, that's a lot of additional dead SCVs. Unfortunately, not quite the case. But, I mean, I guess fortunate for Nicorach, otherwise he was on the verge of being in a lot of trouble. Fire Ghost coming around. Just going to see the Stalkers recollecting in the center. A bunch of additional Zealots warping in, additional probes coming out. And Prism continues to set up as a couple of Vikings, the Marine, the Marauders, the armor upgrade coming through as well. Making a push toward this upper left-hand side, ready to try and deal with the fact that his armies here hits the feedback on the Ghost and drops from the other side the Storm. That's a much better Storm because Nicorach kind of just stands in it for a second or two, and are now going to warp in from the other side as well, which is a very effective way of managing this sort of situation. I definitely think that this one is going in the best kind of way for MaNa. GG's, and he's going to take game 1 of the matchup. Excuse me, guys. All right, game 2. Coming up in a couple of moments to get this on the way and continue our action today, guys. Thank you for joining us early for the qualifier. A little bit more of a busy qualifier today than what we had the other day, which is nice. We should be able to get some fun games in as we work our way through. It will be both semi-finals played as qualifying matchups. Finals are not played today because of the fact that we do not differentiate. A qualification is a qualification, and that is the most important thing for the moment as we get ready to go into Ruby Rock here in a couple moments' time. So, Ruby Rock setting up. Ruby Rock is underway. In the bottom right-hand side is going to be our blue Protoss player, MaNa, from Team Liquid. Taking on the red Terran in the top left side of the map. It's going to be Nicorach. Nicorach took a step up to MaNa's level, but maybe not yet. I don't know if it's necessarily that he's not taking the step up as much as he's just... Yeah, a lot of how Nicorach plays comes from that kind of aggressive setup and everything, right? So I do think there's that aspect of you kind of just need to still be... You kind of just still need to be good, right? Like sometimes consistency is a thing, and like we're clearly seeing Nicorach good enough to kind of challenge some of the better players. I think sometimes because he's kind of playing that early game aggression, if the opponent gets the hang of it and gets a hold of it, it's still going to lead him into some tougher scenarios. And that's just one of those playstyles that's not always as much of a guarantee or anything, right? So definitely imagine that that is a bit of a factor as well. As the probe comes over and starts to nibble at the SCV. SCV nibbling, probe taking some damage. A few shots coming in on either side to start us off. And Reaper in the orbital coming up. Cybercore and the probe continue to come around as well. Just continue to get that set. Just having ourselves that Nexus coming through as well here. So getting into a nice little position. Orbital command coming through too. And yeah, that's probably going to head back down to the bottom right-hand side for a couple of moments. So just going to head back down in this direction, moving across over there for now. Nothing overly exciting in the first couple of moments. Reaper will make its way across the map, heading down to the bottom right side also. Nibbling at that pylon here for the next few moments as we just have, again, the Twilight Council building through. The Nexus is about to finish. Stalker, Wargate, all on the way in. Adding on the factory, adding on the command center. Looking pretty reasonable there across the board. As again, that bunker still very much so coming up for the moment. The Wargate coming through, the Twilight Council in production. Nexus is going to be done very shortly as well. We've seen that Reaper run around that right-hand side. Alright, Reaper moving about, just gonna see the Hellion coming over, obviously a couple of units to poke around early. Charge on the way up this time early from MaNa, so gonna switch it up a little from the Blink to the Charge, can help a lot against some of the early tank pushes. We'll see if that's exactly what Nicorak's heading into. The Reaper Hellion should combine for some work of damage here at least. It's gonna be at least 2 probes, looks like we've got to get 3. Works out quite nicely, so a good bit of damage done there. As you just have the robotics facility still coming through, adding Charge in as a part of that as well. Again, the medevac and a couple of Marines, the SCVs and the barracks, and so all continuing to come by as well. Let's get over into that natural, and now just going to see the medevac heading across to the bottom of the map here. A little bit of an attempt to try and see what we might get done. It's just boosting right down the bottom, just for the moment. In position. The Raven, the Marines, the Siege Tank all coming up as well. There is the Prism of MaNa beginning to move out onto the map, heading toward the upper left-hand side. Gonna see a Hellion underneath. Dropping the main base. The Wood Mines are now here. Basically lifting this adequately. Gonna get 2 probes and not gonna get the medevac. Obviously no Blink because we're going into Charge instead. MaNa does have the Zealots in this Prism with a Sentry. MaNa loves the force fields on the ramp. And I get a real big feeling that this might be a force field on a ramp that he's aiming for in these next couple of moments, to be honest. So let's have a look to see if that is going to be the case or not. And it's just going to be seen as Zealots warping in. Man, he's invisible as well, so Nicorak is hit in a hard corner. They just can't see it, and yeah, he's going to be able to force field this ramp indefinitely. Best thing you can do right now as Nicorak is siege up the tank a bit closer defensively. So that's kind of about it. The Weathermine drop is F2'd home, I believe, right there. So that looks as though that's going to be the issue on that one. As, yep, this really does feel as though, I mean, we actually didn't get another force field down. He dropped the Guardian Shield instead to fight. Okay, I thought this should have been a lot better for MaNa. That said, he still killed 14 SCVs. But maybe another force field could have kept his opponent away just a teeny tad bit longer. We do have the Temple Archives is setting up right now. The Assimilator is on the way through. Again, Stimmin +1 coming in. That Temple Archives coming about. The Immortal over halfway done. MaNa just nicely moving along with this tech here from one stage of this game to the next. Going straight back in. Just a Zealot and a Sentry. 2 Zealots and a Sentry. Get a couple more workers. Nicorect in a position where you can't really deal with that just yet. So MaNa able to put some good pressure on. Dealing some good work early. Gonna see the Hellion out that right hand side. The Prism still up to the top. It's gonna be hanging about. Storm coming through. Stimpack Combat Shield and +1 coming over. Again, that Storm still building on the Temple Archives, so bringing that straight through for the moment. As Ghost Academy building from Nicorect is the +1 Combat Shield coming through as well. The Concussive Shell is going to be a part of this. Marauder Medevac continuing through, and just going to see the Prism back around the right-hand side for the moment. So back over to the right with that. The Hellion moving over as well, just for now. Again, that Ghost Academy about to finish. Combat Shield's going to be the next part of this as well. And then the +1 Concussive Shells as Nicorect tries to power up as best as possible. 52 to 37 army supply, but Storm about to be done is going to be huge. Definitely expecting that to be a continued factor in this. Just have the units gathering up and moving around over to that right-hand side for a couple of moments. Nice Storm to start us off onto the tank, so the tank's going to go down quickly. Man, he just hit a Storm on everything, jeez. That was kind of fantastic. Obviously no blink to go in after those medevacs, but we don't really need it. That was more than good enough already. That was awesome as the medevacs pulled back around the top side. The probes and the High Templar coming through. And we have the Marine Marauder medevac still building up. +1 armor upgrade on the way in. Command center for third base, but MaNa just won this fight convincingly, turning Nicorect around at every corner right now, not allowing Nicorect to settle at all in this opening best of 3 today, making life difficult for the opposition. Medevac's going to get in toward the main base. A couple of High Templar will warp in on that right side. Come straight into the Temple Archives. Just going to recall. Just going to be seeing the couple of units getting there, and that's going to force Nicorect away. Just going to be seeing the Storm coming about. SCVs coming over. Tekin's going to get in after that Prism, just going to be seeing everything else continue around. Command Center going to be in trouble. Obviously 21 SCVs already dead. This seems disastrous. But just kind of where we felt Nicorect was at anyway, to be fair. Turn around, a couple of Mortals just going to go. Zealots are going to run across. Blink is going to finish very shortly. There's the rest of Marine Marauder coming through. But this is going to be a dead MaNa army. It's just Nicorect has lost 27 SCVs. In fact, he only has 27 left in the game now, so his economy is clearly taking some pretty heavy hits. Ends up in a very rough position overall. Prism, Blink, Temple Archives all continuing by. Just going to see the Ghost Marine Marauder coming up. Orbital Command still building through the Prism. Getting close to being halfway done as MaNa replaces and looks to replenish the things that will help him go across the map again. Yeah, interestingly, obviously lots of Temple Archives to a drop that I missed. Apologies. So, missed the drop, completely. And, yeah, I mean, at this stage, I guess. The issue I do have for MaNa is upgrades, right? Like, he's only 0-0 to 1-1. He's only 0-0. He's 0-0 to 1-1. So, full set of upgrades lead maybe gives Nicorect some chances. Like, Nicorect is not set up well for a long game. But can he win this in the next, like, 2 minutes? That possibility still remains. And this is that EMP, which is rough because you kind of need every EMP to land at this stage. Zealot's just warping in off the forward pylon and gateway. Gateway not done yet, it's a slow warp in for the moment, but is starting to get the job done at the very least. Marauder just continues around. A little bit of bio cleaning up some of these Zealots at least, and that's, you know, kind of what you just need to do at this stage, right? Just try to be as effective as possible in terms of playing cleanup here, there, and everywhere, so continue to try for that. Just just have a bio point over that right side. Couple ghosts coming through. And the SCV's in production. Depot's on the way up. Stalker High Templar going to try and look for a little bit of a jump forward. Storm's coming straight down onto a lot of the bio. The MP comes down on the High Templar. A bunch of them are going to be missing Storm Energy now. Not sure if it's making enough of a difference. Even with the 1-1 upgrades, Nicorak just doesn't have what he needs. Stalker's now actually able to chase a lot more than they were before as well, which is a nice addition from comparison to what we had going on previously. Nicorak says GG, and MaNa takes game number 2 of this best of 3. Alright, so MaNa takes the first series of the day on the stream for us. He moves on in to play against probably Creator next, but that might be a little bit of time. That's the first matchup finished on the day. That's crazy. Yeah, did not expect that to be the first matchup done, to be honest. Well, then we take a couple of moments and we will get back at it. I actually don't know what to jump into, though, for us. Is Goblin Yakov not available? I mean, they started playing, like, the same time as this series started playing, so they're going to be mid-game, mid-series. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to go into, guys. So we'll just take a moment to figure that out. We could probably need just something to finish. If anything finishes, we can kind of follow into another game. Keeping an eye on both servers. I have my second account on America over there, so I can keep an eye on that. My eyes being a pain in the ass. There we go. What's next? Yeah, great question. What is next? I know. I can show you guys the bracket. That's what the bracket looks like, but like as you're gonna see, there's not really a lot of. I was gonna say these ads have got to disappear at some point. If I could zoom in, oh my god. This is the kind of website where ads are freaking miserable. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not sure what the play is. So obviously Rogue's not going to have an interesting match for a little while. Yakov Goblin already in game. I mean, everyone's in game already, so we kind of need something to finish. I'm not sure what the best round of 8 would be. Obviously, MaNa's not going to have an opponent for a while. That Alex and Reaper are still playing. I think down here is maybe some of the most interesting. So maybe we just aim to get down there. It's to some extent. I'm not sure what that looks like, but yeah, maybe I set on the Korean server for Percival Lemon, and if Percival Lemon doesn't finish, then we'll try and get into Euthermal Rex. So if one of those finishes, we just raid for the round of 8. Yeah, maybe that might just be the best kind of route for the moment here, as we try and get settled down. Watch Rex's stream while waiting. Sure. He's 7 minutes in game. Percival's 23 minutes in game. Oh my god, Percival and Lemon are playing some StarCraft, guys. Alright, so Percival and Lemon are playing some games for sure. Rex is doing his thing as well. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Bum, 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 bum. I guess so. Just sorting something, trying to figure out what we're going to jump into. Alright, hey, what's up, Harrison? Thank you so much for the 14-month resub on the Prime. Take this sub, damn it. Okay, I did. Let's go, Thermal Body, do this for us. I would, but him and Rex are still in game. I mean, you can watch Rex's stream to see Rex's point of view. That's what I've been doing a little bit of as we just kind of wait for things to get moving here. Yeah, I'll show you guys Rex's stream for a couple of moments here, guys, just while we're waiting. I don't necessarily want to sit on this because I kind of wanted to see if I think Percival and Lemon will get a game too. Because they're like 27 minutes in game right now, so I don't really want to mess around with it too much. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, so this is the Rex Youth Thermal games currently going on. I don't know what the score is or anything, but I think Rex is in trouble from what I can see. That's a pretty fast statement. I mean, I don't know Youth Thermal supply, but he has a lot of bio. The Baneling count clearly is not good enough. The tank count's amazing. The Ravager's in reach. That's probably a GG, so I think Rex is probably about to die. In that case, let's bring this back and see if we have a result or not there. Trigger's going to play Geralt. I don't really want to jump into PvP. I feel like we're not too far away from having more interesting matchups coming up is all, so... Are you throwing Rex not an NA? Oh, they are. I'm pretty sure they're going to be probably closer to finishing than anything else, so... I don't see Eutham and Rex going into another game, but there's no result just yet. Oh, they are. Wait. Alright. Rex to wait for us. Sweet, 1-1. Alright, so it's 1-1 between Euthermal and Rex, which actually makes this a pretty fun game to jump into. Jump into game 3, we can probably just follow on from there, unless the other matchup continues to take a while. As we get ready to rumble. Go, GLHF gets called. And you get ready to kick this off. Alright, thank you for a little bit of patience, guys. How's my back holding up from keeping the whole SCT scene alive? Look, I'm not the only person out here keeping SCT alive. There's a lot of people who do a lot of StarCraft stuff, but just doing my part where I can. Appreciate the love. Thanks for some kind words. Some PvP is okay every now and then. It is. I'd rather jump into this section of the bracket and we follow this game 3 into the winner. Kind of in the next round, I think is kind of fun as well. So I'm pretty okay with this. Seems pretty reasonable to me. We'll see how it goes as we have in the bottom right, our red Zerg player is going to be Rex. Taking on the blue Terran. In the top left-hand side, it's Euthermal. Game 3 of the best of 3 as we kick this off and get ready to roll. Taito Citadel for this third game. So we didn't get to see game 1. We saw the very end of game 2, Ravages against a big bio tank push. Looked like an 8-Rex from Uthermal. I had to make a guess off the top of my head. Having only seen those few moments, it did look pretty aggressively committed and kind of felt as though we probably weren't... I mean, he may build a 4th base or so behind it, but yeah, it did feel pretty committed initially. This is a round of 16 matchup, so you win this into that round of 8. Round of 4 is the qualifying round today, guys. So round of 4 matches are qualifying matches into the WardiTV 2025 Championship, which, by the way, I will just mention, you might see it on the screen between games, but WardiTV 2025 Championship is something you guys can donate to. Any donations, 100% of donations on the stream for the next month will go directly into increasing the prize pool of our championship event. So 100% of anything that you guys pledge goes directly into the prize pool being increased, and it is focused on, again, specifically focused on increasing the prize pool, bringing that number up and getting that into a better place. So, yeah, very exciting to get that underway. As, yeah, Uthermal is the Terran player in this game, guys. That is indeed the case. There's a couple queens and the lings all going to be coming about here for a few moments. Just getting that underway. Actually going through, command center coming into play. We got that on the move right now as we bring this up. It's going to be having the links be coming through, the drones on the way by, factory coming into place as well. So just continue to get that on the go for the moment. Again, the factory about to finish. The command center is going to be done. The Marines will produce as well. Queen, drone, link speed, hatchery, a little bit of everything continues into place right now. Gonna see that mule dropping down over there. As yo, thank you so much, taco stuff. Go Uthermal with the £5 donation. Thank you so very much, mate. Appreciate it. Like I say, that will go directly into increasing the prize pool for the tournament that everyone's trying to qualify for today. So thank you so much for the generosity of the £5. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Alright, we got some Marines coming over. There's some lazy observing from me as I was just reading chat and stuff. How good was Uthermal at his peak? He was very good. He was one of the... He was always capable. Like, honestly, Uthermal was very unfortunate. Like, he got eliminated from Katowice group stages, like, multiple times by a single map. Like, everything tied, and then, like, a single map, or the guy he was tied with had the head-to-head, even though it was the same map score over the course of the group stage. So it was definitely one of those things where... I mean, he won it, you know, he won an IEM. He was a consistent kind of playoff finisher, you know. When Terran had no hope at all in early Legacy of the Void, Terran were hopeless in TVP, and Uthermal was the player to revitalize that matchup as well. So, yeah, Uthermal was one of the very best around, and such a fun player to watch because he was such a micro-focused player as well, right? So, you know, when you watch a Clem and you're like, God, Clem's micro is so fun to watch. Uthermal always had that with the kind of creativity and as well, kind of built in. And you can still see it. Dude has not played super seriously or like, you know, fully kind of competitively seriously for a while now. And dude still comes out and looks amazing a lot of the time. You know, you see him doing these silly builds, but the silly builds work because he's good enough to make them work. He has the, you know, the macro and the micro to kind of make things work that maybe shouldn't, so... Yeah, Uthermal was a very top-tier player. I actually think Uthermal's biggest kind of deficit was his mental state. he tilted easily, and yeah, he had some bad times when he got tilted, but I'd say that was probably his biggest holdback. Thank you so much, first of all, Super ODFXZ for the £4 donation, and then Ian with the £50 for the championship. Thank you so very much. Sorry, there's a Liberator here getting some kills. I'm trying to get my freaking dashboard open so I can see who supports the stream. Appreciate the donations, guys. Like I say, all of that goes directly into the... God damn it. Can stuff stop happening for like 2 seconds? All that goes directly into the prize pool for the tournament. Aye, 16 drones going down. We're just going to lose this game, Rex, if this is going to be the case. Battlecruiser Yamato behind this as well, so that's going to be frustrating. This Liberator is still trying to be as much of a frustration as possible. I think it's fair to say that this one is going completely the wrong way right now. This does feel as though we're going to have ourselves more than likely a... very miserable ending. 48 drones just die. Thermal just kills 48 workers in like a minute, and that's just going to pretty much put us to the end of the game. Now it's going to be a struggle to get rid of this battlecruiser ever. More BCs on the way. The few Marines here are probably not going to do much, but yeah, BC will just continue to have a good time on this one, I would imagine, and that's going to be pretty rough. Well, that was a real flurry of events. It's honestly such like Rex's economy just melted. It just disappeared. Things get across there. Helene goes down. Battlecruiser still in the middle of the map. Roach is gathering up. The double factory on the way through as well. You know, Thermal is going to follow this up with mech. Maybe not too surprising. Yeah, maybe not too surprising overall. You just have the BC. Gonna line up a little cheeky Yamato and get rid of one of those queens immediately. And I'm just gonna continue onto a few extra. Just gonna have ourselves the queens able to get a bit of a pushback there, so the BC goes out the other way. And yeah, a couple factories coming through, a couple tech labs coming in, drones still being produced. Get rid of just a little bit more creep here already. Spire coming through, Roach speed coming about. Factories will continue to build. It's going to give us 5 factories in total. Let's get that Spire building into play. I mean, you kind of need something to push back the BCs, especially when there's going to be multiple BCs, but obviously Rex is doing all of this off of a very weak economy, and with that weak economy, is likely going to end up in a very difficult place. Those Roaches are going to get in after a few of those Hellions already. When this amount of Hellions run into your main base, again, it just continues to be a miserable experience. Drones just keep on dying. Another 13 to add to the tally in this game. It's 8.5 minutes in this game, and we're talking about, like, you know, casual 65 workers killed. Pretty rough to say the least. Roach just clean up a little bit extra at the very end here, but yeah, this is not being pretty. Spire going to finish. Battlecruiser coming back along the bottom left side. The Cyclone still building out. SPC will get over here and hit that Roach run for a few moments. Takes a turn, gets a queen. 17 to just sit here chilling for the foreseeable future. I mean, this BC continue to put the work in right now. This is going to be seeing the teleport back to the upper left-hand side. Just gets out of that. I mean, at this point, anything you're doing trading-wise is going to be good for you. Just wasting queen transfusions, right, is the sort of thing that's going to add up over time as well. Get one more transfusion off, and now the queens are out of energy, so you can continue to just hit them here, and this time you're going to start getting actual kills. You have a teleport away available as the corruptors show up, so you get out of there. You got one more queen at the end too, so really just get an absolute maximum value out of this entire situation. It really could not be going better for Thermal. Nothing really else to say. Like, this game is just getting out of hand for Rex, and Thermal looking great in what is his opening match on this qualifier day. Hellions back around to the center. Got smart servers on the way. Thing is, now we're building Roach Corruptor against someone who's already fully fledged into the mech army as well. Like, the Cyclone count is good. Roach Corruptor's not going to have a good time here. We're a mile away from any sort of additional tech as well. Step through, a couple Cyclones begin to lock onto those Roaches. I mean, obviously, unit production's been an issue because you've been replacing drones the entire time. Not only are you lacking economy, you also have to spend the money to replace those workers as well. So that whole thing becomes an issue as the BCs just doing that thing against the Corruptors. Everything else getting down to the Roach Ravager. And this does seem as though we're going to have ourselves pretty cozy cleanup at the end of it all. Queen going down, Roach Ravager still dropping. It's going to see GG being called, and that should be that. The Thermal takes it 2-1 in this best of 3. So Thermi getting it done and moving on through into the next round. There's still no result on Percival Lemon. I can only imagine that would be because they're playing a long-ass game. But everything else is moving along. Yakov did take out Goblin, by the way, so it will potentially be ZVZ in that round of 8 match. I'm going to hop on over to Korea and see if Percival and Lemon came out of that long game already. Because that's something we don't have confirmation of or anything just yet, so go try figure that out. Bam, 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 bam. No, they just went into another game like less than a minute ago. God damn it. Ah, that's unlucky. So they're playing, but I mean they've just come out of like a 20+ minute game. I don't know how long it's going to take them to be done with their next game. I guess we'll take a few moments to wait and maybe find out. You bet Rex could beat you from this spot. That's the beauty of being a great player. He probably could. Yeah, thank you for those donations, guys. Super appreciate it, as you can see. I'm gonna change the thing a bit, but just want to make it because it's obviously the number's gonna get bigger. So let me go and fix that actually, but make it a bit clear on the screen. Edit. If I remember how to do this thing. Save. Sick. Alright, so yeah, you can see in the bottom left, obviously, we're working towards that doubling the prize pool of the WardiTV 2025. We're at £78.50. But we also have some YouTube money that went into that. I don't know if I can add manually to my goals. Like, is there a way for me to edit the goal data? Oh yeah, there is. So let's say we had 100 yesterday off YouTube, because we had 100 euros and a little extra. So let's just say that. Does that just work? Not yet, but maybe. We give it a moment or so. Do. Oh yeah, I was trying to refresh this. Why didn't you update? I think it will update, it's just not updated yet. If I come out of this, go back into it. There we go. Yes, so there we go. So I can actually manually add in the YouTube donations as well. Awesome. That's great to know. Awesome. So that is, yeah, that's our progress towards doubling. So what's actually really nice is that £178 donated, I think we're already able to add prize money to some of the players that wouldn't be getting prize money anyway. For example, so our first goal is to add in. So yeah, basically we are now paying out 21st to 24th in the tournament, and that will. And our next goal is to pay out the 25th to 28th places, and then we'll start increasing the prize money that everyone gets paid out. Awesome. Yakov versus Rogue, maybe? Yeah, possibly. I was kind of looking forward to maybe watching you Thermal against Percival or someone, or Lemon. But, yeah, it looks as though that might get a little bit too caught up for us right now. A little bit too caught up for us, huh? Mm-hmm. Thank you for making these games possible. No worries. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Do. Sweet. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit on the NA server and see what comes about. A lot of fun lurking and having our Zoid Holland hero yesterday. Yeah. Nice. Beautiful stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, appreciate you. Obviously, just chilling for a couple moments here while we figure this out a little bit. Is that your initial suggestion of Carol Trigger was best? No. Because then we wouldn't have gone... Well, don't get me wrong. Game 3 of Thermal Rex wasn't great, okay? But, like, that can't be helped too much. Ay. I'll check back on the Korean server again. No, nothing over there. How'd Fantasy go this week? I don't know, mate. I'm mentally checked out of Fantasy. I was, in one of my leagues, I'm doomed beyond belief. And in our league, I'm pretty sure I played Dave Testa, so I'm pretty... Yeah. Yeah, I've already been eliminated from playoff contention in my my other league. Brutal. So that's the end of that one. And ours, I guess I'm doing okay. Like I say, I've not been paying too much attention. And I just have my tight ends on IR. My running backs suck. It's not a good. It's not been a good year for me, to say the least. I'm still in an okay position, but yeah, it's just a little scary. Like, I need to win at least one more game probably, and I'm gonna be okay. And then we can think about playoffs. But yeah, I'm in a pretty miserable place. Hasn't been my year. The thing is as well, is like, my team's been really unlucky, right? So when you look through my team, I lost my second pick to IR in week 2 or 3. So I lost my second pick to IR in week 2 or 3 or whatever. I had a good defense and I lost them to someone who claimed them when I had to drop them for a week. So that was miserable. Do I have another defense on my bench? I freaking hope so, because my current defense is not good. Oh no, I'm screwed. Yeah, one of my running backs lost their starting job, so that was doomed. I already went kind of deep on the running back kind of spectrum as well. One of my wide receivers is on a team that doesn't throw to wide receivers. And all my backups, I've been like riding the waiver wave for so long, just trying to somehow manage to get out of this hole, and it's just been miserable, to be honest. So yeah, it's been a rough year, to say the least. It has been a rough year. But such is life sometimes. Scrape till I can't scrape no more. Yeah, pretty much. Do I randomly play SC offline or just for the gags? You win because you play less than you watch. Every now and then I'll be sat on my PC and I'll be like, you know what I could really do right now? I could play a game of StarCraft. And I play a couple of games. But it's pretty rare occurrence overall. It is a pretty rare occurrence overall. Bum 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 ba da bum ba da dum ba da dum ba dum. Percival's just logged over, so we do have the possibility of going Percival Thermal. Kind of down for the TVT at this point. I think we just send it. Rogue is still playing Perceive. I think we just send Percival Thermal because it's kind of ready to go. I think that might be the play. Seek. Alright, so yeah, we're just waiting for Percival and Thermal, and we'll get going into a round of 8 matchup, guys. Thank you for the patience. Just the way that the game's late today made it a little bit awkward to get in and out, but we will get there eventually. Progress. Progress. Love it. Alright. Do I cast full time or do I have another job to supplement my income? No, I'm a full-time streamer. Full-time StarCrafts. Yo, Ratsy78, thanks so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you very much indeed. I'm still so confused why the sub count just randomly went up a lot out of nowhere for like no real reason. Still have not figured that one out. Still haven't figured that one out, to be honest. Yeah. What happened to Bjorn? I think Bjorn's a bit sick, so he's not been playing anything the last few days. So if I had to take a guess, it's probably just the fact he's a bit sick. If I didn't stream, what would be my profession? I have no idea. How would you know what your profession would be if you never did what you've done your entire life? It's kind of hard to say now. I went big on StarCraft when I was in university, and the moment I finished university, I tried to go full-time StarCraft, and it worked out, so... yeah. The all-mirror quarter, I designed it like this so that it would be non-mirror matchup qualifying matches. 200 IQ. 200 IQ. Yeah, it's very mirrored heavy today, isn't it? That's a little bit wild. He's a little bit wild. Just waiting for viewers, guys. Should be kind of any second now. Obviously, I don't know exactly how long it's going to be, but should not take us too long from here. Get in game and get rolling. Kick this off. TVT is a good matchup. You don't need this stand on your stream. Yeah, TVT is a great matchup. I actually really like TVT, but I'm also a Terran main, so honestly, all the mirrors are pretty okay. PvP lately, I'm not 100% all in on. I'm still a little bit on PvP, but otherwise, yeah, been kind of enjoying a lot of them. So I think Percival just relogged or something. Waiting for him to return. Sick. Is it West Central West today? Yes. This one's West Central West. White Rabbit, gonna be our map. Perfect. Alright, Euthermal and Percival coming up in just a second here, guys. Get this ready to go, go, go. Need for a little bit of patience, but we're ready to go. Oh, they just... Giant challenge to change color, but I didn't get that in time. They're blue versus blue. Pain. Alright, let's get this ready to go, go. Is the tree ready? What, the sellout tree? The sellout tree will be ready on December 1st. We've got 6 days to go. And then the sellout tree will be very, very real. Very, very real. Alright, let's get into this. In the bottom left-hand side, I'm sorry that they're blue versus blue, guys. I noticed it as we were counting down, and I just didn't get to tell them in time to make the switch, so I do apologize. In the bottom left, our blue Terran player here is Euthermal. Taking on the blue Terran in the top right, it is Percival. Alright, opening game of some TVT. Percival's been great in this matchup lately, honestly. He's been winning some great games, so kind of excited to see what he can bring to the table in that regard. We'll see how it gets set up, see how it turns out. Let's just get ourselves up and running. Raxes and the gases coming through, getting settled in the early few moments. It's going to be double gas versus single gas, so faster expansion most likely from Euthermal in the early stages. Yeah, okay, he actually goes second gas now, so it's actually very fast double gas from Percival. Well, okay, it's fast double gas, but it's late first gas. Oh, so basically Euthermal's gas first and Percival's just Rax gas. Okay, I'm just making this more complicated than it needs to be. It's just Rax gas versus Rax gas. So it's just Rax first versus gas first, which is a pretty typical kind of comparison in the Terran versus Terran. Yeah, Euthermal's gonna have some more gas immediately. In fact, he's gonna have a ton of gas immediately. Percival's gonna have the same income of gas, but will just be a little bit slower getting going on the gas count at the very first few moments. So that's pretty much where we're at for now. Let's just have that factory coming through and continue to get ourselves settled in with the depot, with the orbital. Reaper on the way as well. A lot of little bits and pieces coming through for the moment. Do you like blue versus blue? It's like TVT. Yeah. Blue is the Terran color. Blue is the Terran color. just gonna have ourselves the factory coming up, Reapers coming through, the SCV and so coming down the bottom side. Reaper is going to get the SCV there at least, so that's going to be a kill, and the SCV scout goes down, so we get rid of this. Reapers are unlikely to want to make their way across the map, you'd imagine, so definitely sit and think on that for a couple of moments here. Reaper going to come around to that right-hand side and just try to get set up for a moment or two, so again, getting settled in, getting moving. And yeah, starport on the way, command center coming by, the cyclone on the way up as well. Guys, my freaking audio keeps cutting out and it's peeing me off. I need like a... I just need a piece of tape. One sec, guys. I need to tape my freaking wires to the desk because it's doing my head in. Like, I can just hear it cutting out, but you guys obviously don't hear me because it's just the connection that's going a bit funky. Like I say, it's just annoying the hell out of me. I can't talk straight because it keeps happening. Right. Let's try that. Should be better. Tape them down. I'm sick of this nonsense. Alright. We got a Banshee and the Cyclone continuing through, a couple of Reapers coming about as well, so all of that coming straight into play currently. The Reaper Hellion going to get back toward the natural here for a few moments, trying to see a bit of what else is going on. The answer so far is still, honestly, not really much of anything just yet. Five SCVs going down, just going to be seeing again the couple units going to be taking some shots. Cyclone gets jumped on. The Liberator is going to see jump. That Liberator is going to get taken down as well. So the Liberator falls. The rest of the units still trying to come across. The Cyclone still taking hits. Cyclone going down already, as you just see the Reaper and the Hellions coming back over. And the Banshee continue to put a bit more work in for the moment. A couple of Marines coming over as well. And SCVs coming around. We just have the Banshee going to sit and chill onto the depot for the next few moments. Continue to get that rolling as well. Again, Raven coming about, the Matrix coming through. He's going to see the Cyclone, the Marine still building up. The Reaper still moving around. That Banshee getting caught by the Viking is going to be a denial. So that's going to be a nice quick shut down on that. So we get rid of that nice and quickly, no problem at all. Seeing the Cyclone still moving over to the sides, and obviously movement here is nice. The Viking now producing through as you continue to bring that over for a couple of moments. So again, we get that on the way about for now. Just going to be seeing the Viking continue to settle in to play for the moment. So we continue to bring that over. So continue to get going for now. As the Viking heading down to the bottom left side of the map. Viking still building, tank and the Marines all coming through. That starport ready to swap onto the reactor here in the next couple of moments as well, so let's get that set up momentarily. Both players heading into Viking tank, but the second starport here from Percival is going to be a real indicator that he just wants to focus straight into the skies, so big focus there. It is a third CC, so usually double starport's like a two-base push. That's clearly not going to be the case on this one. So that part at least is interesting. See the tank gathering about, just going to see the barracks moving over. The Cyclone comes around over that right-hand side as well. Three Vikings, siege tank all building through. The couple of missile turrets and the Vikings coming up also. Liberator will be finishing very shortly as that pops through. Look at ourselves. A chance to do a bit more. That proxy starport's been busy for a while. Obviously, Thermal just been cranking Vikings meanwhile, so he's also double starported because one of them's over here. And maybe that's why we're just double starp on as Percival. He's just truly trying to compete with the air control. I don't know how much I love that versus just... I mean, don't get me wrong, you don't love your opponent having air control, but do you really want to force this? This Liberator is going to go down, but it's going to come at the cost of probably both your Ravens at the very least here. Auto turret's going down, we lose one Viking, but yeah, both Ravens go down. Now you're going to get a jump on these Vikings over on this side. 1.5 Vikings of damage being done. And that is lovely as you see the couple libs coming through. Now 4 Vikings at a time though, so Percival, the double starport is going to stop Uthermal from being effective with the Liberators. If Uthermal was up against just kind of one starport of Viking production, it's going to take a long time for Percival to play catch up. And I think that would be a big deal right here, so I like that kind of progress being made there. We're going to get a tank, we're going to get stim. The Vikings will go and take the trade, but like I say, we're producing enough at a time here that I think Uthermal is not going to be loving it, because he's going to get outproduced in this, guys, because this starport doesn't have a reactor on it, so... That said, his position so far is obviously delivering, doing a lot of work, and putting him in a very good position overall here. Continue to scan it out. The Vikings going to get straight in after the barracks. And a few more Vikings coming through, and the army of Percival is able to make a hold for the moment. Third phase moving into position here. Uthermal's going to expand back at home and add another starport. Truly seeing the air battle of the ages right now. Vikings will fight Vikings. The Liberators will step a bit further forward again. Some Vikings actually end up landing. The Marine Viking will take a step across also here. You can see those extra barracks coming up, back into the stim pack, back into the combat shield. Get a little bit of fighting going as the Marines take a chance to get in after the Viking tank. Just going to have the units pushing across for a couple of moments there, so a little bit more damage being done. We are going to have ourselves the a little bit of motion getting back into action right now. So, getting going here, the little bit of chase around. SCV's going down across the map. This we're going to try and get back down to the bottom left-hand side, so trying to get into position. Why would they choose these colors? I think they hate us, guys. I stopped, I thought about it, I figured they just hate us, 100%. Like, there's no other explanation to it. So yeah, pure hatred. It's very mean of them, if you ask me. Concussive Shells and Combat Shield coming up, that stim pack still coming through. Vikings will take a chance turning around there and going to be able to see some success, so getting a little pick off or so. Nice little bit of damage on that right off the bat. And this army just going to kind of linger around. I mean, Percival's still pushing forward and looking good to do so. He's going to just rallying a tank through, losing out, and just going to say GG. Percival has a bit too much, and Percival will net himself a Game 1 victory on this one. Alright, still waiting on Rogue on that top round 16 match, playing Perceive. Not sure what's going on there. Thought Rogue would kind of move through that much more quickly than he has done. As we get ready to jump into another game. Our second map here will be whatever the guys host. Ethan will just in the replay for a second or so as we come out of that and figure out what we're going to do next. Very exciting. Alrighty. Trying to go. And we'll head into our second game of the day. I will ask these guys for someone to go red, guys. I noticed it just late last time. Rogue dropped a map to Perceive. Who the hell is Perceive? Who is this guy? I just don't know who he is. I don't know where he's come from. Just took a map of Rogue. Very interesting. Alright, waiting for Uthermal and company to ready up. Uthermal and Percival to get this next one hosted, guys. Just a second or two, get that sorted. Do 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 do. Winter Madness going to be our map. Seek. Alright, Winter Madness coming through. Be going in a moment or so. It's ready to rumble as GLHF gets called. Let's get this underway. Countdown, going to finish up. Winter Madness coming by. Let's kick off into some action, my friends. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you all. Percival versus Uthermal in our next map here. It is a 1-0 deficit for Uthermal in the top left. The blue Terran player, he got to keep the blue, while on the other side of the map, the red Terran is going to be Percival. Alright, gas coming through, the barracks coming up, and get settled down for a few moments here. We have ourselves the SCVs getting into position, the refinery's building. Is it going to be the double gas? It's the same as last time so far. Gas, racks, do maybe gas, and then racks, gas here from Percival. So a little bit of a difference between the two. Let's say we'll see if Uthermal sticks to this right now, or if he wants to. Yeah, it looks as though he might just go single gas this game and play into the faster expansion. And nothing really too crazy about that, but that does seem to be his choice for the moment. There's a couple of SCVs going to high five as they go across the other side to go and scout. Reaper's coming through, Orbit's coming up. Factory coming up. It's going to see the SCV making a move. The SCV getting up to the top. And it's going to see the Reaper moving out. Uthermal to try and put some pressure on with that over these next few moments. Just going to try and get that in position here. And Factory is still very much so on its way in for the moment. So, get that in position, get that rolling. Just play defensively. CC low ground from Percival. CC high ground from Uthermal, but it's a faster command center. Percival actually leads up the ramp with the SCV. That SCV on the command center will take some shots. The Reaper comes over. That'll be a defense. Uthermal tries to build the command center with the Reaper for a second. Fixes that now. And get that fixed. The Reaper's going to be hanging about. Just going to see that starport coming through. Tech Lab coming over. We have the Reaper's actually diving in, but they're going to lose out, especially as the Hellion spawns in. So that's going to be the end of that bit of aggression for the moment. Fairly cozy cleanup. Going back the other way. Reaper comes over the side, Hellion coming over the left. Reaper comes over. Reaper heads right down the bottom. Hellion and the Reaper going to head up through the center. Hallion's going to move out to Uthermal with a few of those, and still building more as well. Might be a sign that this is going to be more mech to come as well. Medevac's going to be an issue. I don't think he has anything at home, so... going to try and set in. Marines the Cyclone come through. The Hallion's going to run in towards the SCVs. Workers going down, just going to see the rest of the workers continue to drop. So a lot of SCVs continue to fall at the moment here, just have the cleanup being made. 14 workers going down on the side of Uthermal. Like I say, this drop came in and there was just not really an immediate answer to it at all, so it's just been hanging around here and able to get some absolute value thus far. Do you see the chase away there? That is going to push things back for the moment. Well, I mean, at least you got 6 SCVs in return, but Uthermal's down 10 workers in this game, and army supply to boot as well. And that comes across over that right-hand side, and the Raven coming up on both sides as well. A couple SCVs still building. Settle down for a few moments, Percival, with that lead. Other units gathering about. Hellions are going to come down to the bottom. Again, got that interference matrix coming about as well for the moment here, so we get that going as we continue to move on through. Those units are going to join up over there for a couple moments. Stimpack on the way over. Factories in production. Hellions are going to move back around. One upgrade, Stimpack finishing shortly. Just gonna see the few Marines finishing soon. A couple of additional barracks on the way. Obviously, this turned into Bio versus Mech. Uthermal managing the mech side of this, and Percival on the other side. Raven building through. Factory's gonna swap around. Percival going to be the faster player to the third base. Uthermal is not on a third at all yet, which may just mean, is there a world this is just a 2-base mech all in? There's a very decent possibility of that. He's going to turn the other direction. And yeah, the 1-1 upgrade still coming through just for the moment. Trying to get that set up with the... As soon as you get upgrades and you get some, position on the map, it'll be fun to see how this develops for Percival. SV's pulling about. I'm just going to get in after the Hellions. Hellions move up. Just going to see the medevacs moving in. Marine's going to be about there as well. Tanks coming over, just going to be getting after those Marines. Couple tanks coming by. Just see the Marines coming over. Medevacs have pushed back. Good defense from Uthermal. Percival going to load, and he didn't really commit to that, which is what makes it weird. He has so much Raven energy left at the end of this. Vikings still shooting. The Raven taking a bit more damage. See there are a few other Marines popping out still. Armory about to be done. A couple of tanks coming over. The armory shoving down to the other side here right now, so he's looking to take advantage of this. Like I say, he has built a third base now, but this is still being kind of committed on 2 bases for a while. Planes move to Hellbats. Vikings begin to shoot. A little bit of bio going to be here. Now we're going to see those Ravens full of energy from before coming in. Look at that flank. Just a little bit of bio. With all those matrices, it's going to be lovely. Sorry, my voice got caught at the worst time there. That was not a great... Sorry, I just caught my voice at a horrible time. I had to cough. And that kills all the hype of the moment. But it was actually a very good fight from Percival. With that flank around and with that movement. 2-0 Percival into the qualifying match today. Where he will be taking on Creator or MaNa. No news on where that is at right now. No one else is streaming. Where's everyone at, man? Everyone taking a Tuesday off, apparently? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, yeah, Creator and MaNa are in game for about 8 minutes. No other news on any other quarterfinal yet. I don't know what's happened in Trigger Garrel. They've just come out of game. This might be a case... I can just wonder, probably just a case of whichever round of 4 is ready first we go into. Rogue Yakov playing, Creator MaNa playing. Whoever comes out first will go into their first semi-final. And that will just take that as the first semi-final, basically. So that's kind of where we're at. Just a little bit of a waiting game here for a few moments. I'm going to be a couple, just a minute or so, guys. I'll be right back with you in a few for more StarCraft whenever we have a semi-final. I'll be back before we have a semi-final, probably, but hopefully soon when I come back, there'll be a semi-final already available. Alright guys, hello and welcome back. How are we doing? We are just waiting on a match to finish. I'm not sure which one it'll be, but whenever we have a round of 8 ready, we'll be pretty much ready to go into our next game here is kind of the plan at the moment, so gonna set ourselves in ready for that shortly. I'll just try and figure this out, guys. Like I say, probably a couple moments as we get it sorted and kick this all off. Itchy back, itchy back. Yeah, imagine if Cyril played in this tournament, or was in this. Look, guys, all I can say is that we'll have some invites, and you know, if you wanna try and get Cyril to play, raise the prize pool by donating. Rogue leads 1-0 over Perfect. So Rogue leads 1-0 over Yakov. We're just going to jump into this for game number 2. Because they're ready to go. So we will jump straight into this, guys. Into some ZVZ. And we'll go from there. Alright. Let's go. In the bottom right hand side, our blue Zerg is going to be Rogue. In the top left, our red Zerg player is going to be Yakov. Get this underway. It is 1-0 to Rogue in this best of 3. And like I say, this will help us to get to the semi-finals at least, which is good. Either Rogue wins this and our first semi-finals ready, or... I mean, either way, I think I can't imagine that MaNa career is going to be too much longer either. So we should be into qualifying round of 4 matches fairly shortly, which is nice. Got some pool coming in, a couple drones in production. Get that started up for the moment here as we settle. A couple dronies coming about, hatching the pool coming in. Got some pool all coming through. Just gonna have ourselves the Overlords in production, moving around. It's peaceful in this ZVZ because it's hatchery first, but we'll see if it spices up as that spawning pool finishes, and we maybe get some gas moving in to get link speed and so on and so forth. Get that on the way. Couple drones going to get to mining. The Overlord heading to the bottom right. Overlord here. Gonna sit overhead on the natural as a couple lings pop, and we'll begin to make their move out down to the bottom side as well. Couple queens, that ling speed all coming up, the drone in production. Healing off over on the side. Overlord gonna move about a little. Because our Zergling is going to be nibbling at that hatch. So hatchery taking a little bit of damage, nothing really crazy just yet. Nest coming through, a hatchery coming by. Lings will chase a couple Lings for a few moments. Just going to be having the battling nest continuing through, about halfway done. That hatchery building by as well. So again, a little bit of everything just on the way into place. And battling nest going to finish shortly. Hatcheries coming through. The Lings all producing. And the drones in production as well, as we just have. Again, triple hatch versus triple hatch, and a couple Lings moving about currently. Queen sets up in that main base. This Zergling heading right down to the bottom. Moving straight on over here. See if there's any opportunity, which right now there does not seem to be. Roach Run going to be the choice though, so obviously with roaches on the way, we get into a fun little place as well. So straight through on that. Well, Baneling there trying to get off, but does not do too much either just yet, as the Lings peel back away over to this side. Lings head straight over again. We've got those drones coming through. A few of the drones just heading over that left-hand side. Just going to be having the extractors coming up. The Baneling nest coming through as well. Additional bits and pieces coming by. The Ling's actually going to go after that Baneling. Misses Rogue, that Baneling connection. As he does end up getting a Queen. Man, that Baneling should have had a bunch of Lings, and somehow he managed to set it off on absolutely nothing. That was, a pretty abysmal Baneling. I'm actually impressed how bad it was. The Lings move over. And you see the lag going to be on the way a little bit sooner from Rogue here. 48 workers apiece currently. So that part looking comfortable as the Zerglings moving around the left-hand side. It's going to see the little bit of Ling Roach gathering together as well. It's going to be coming back over this left side. A couple of Lings will still take some damage, so a few more shots coming through. A few more hits coming about. Roach is going to transfer down to low ground for a couple of moments, and the Spire building up as well at the same time from Rogue, so he's going to make his way to Spire Tech. That's going to be his real game plan here. So straight through the Spire, man. Mutas have seen so much gameplay across so many matchups lately. So fun to witness. Loving getting to see it. There's a Spire actually in response from Yakov, so he's going to go Spire himself. Isn't that fun? Roaches continue to come through. He's going to be seeing the Queen gathering about. Roaches just join in. The Spy on the way from both players. Just going to see the Roaches get to the upper left. Roach speed coming up. So yeah, Roach speed coming into play. The Evolution Chamber coming about. The Hatch coming through as well. Ravage just moving around there defensively. Obviously trying to poke around. These few Roaches looking to see if there's anything of a possibility kind of hanging around here as well. I'm not sure there's much happening just yet. Roach is still moving and bopping about. Roach speed coming up. Meters on the way. Melee upgrade, flyer attack upgrade, all coming through currently. It's going to see those 10 Lings and a few meters continue to come about. The Roaches still repositioning for a couple of moments here. 10 meters coming around. The Carapace upgrade coming through. And it's going to be Muta on Muta. Man, it's not very often you see Muta on Muta. 9 meters to 6 initially. Couple meters going to get in after. One Mutal is going to go down immediately. Oh, those just falling immediately, so a bunch of them going down, plus one flyer attack still coming up. What's funny is that Carapace is generally a better upgrade to have on the skies when it's Muta versus Muta. Yakov chasing, but then we're actually going to see Rogue able to take a turn onto this, and he's going to be able to chase after those Mutalists and do very well with it, or very well against them so far. So a bunch of those mutas taking some damage. The Ling's going to try and run by. Rogue trying to keep this busy. He has the melee upgrade, which helps him in the Ling versus Ling aspect of this. And as they both continue to build mutas, Ling's running by and getting a queen kill and so on is really nice. So able to do well there. The muta is able to grab an overlord as well. Nice little pick off. They come back around this other side. Roaches. They get jumped on now as well. The muta is going to be there. Roaches get turned away already. Roaches actually taking a bunch of shots. Now the Ling's going to end up the left side as well. I mean, just feels like right now you're in control of this game here as Rogue because you're a bit faster than the mutas. They definitely went better for you. I mean, now 21-12, and you kind of need the defensive spores to come into place. These mutas should be way more active. They're flying around, kind of scared, but the numbers are super in Rogue's favor. He should absolutely be like pushing the issue right now. Instead, not quite pushing the issue, so a little bit... a little scary. Just going to get that hatchery killed. That's nice. Lings will not do much on the other side of the map. Rogue's defense looks good. Like I said, these mutas should just be kind of, like I say, staying aggressive. There was no spores up or anything. There's really a chance just to dive some mineral lines, and instead we played very safe with the mutas in comparison. Now we're going to catch some unit kills for free as they try and run back home, get the Rab Drift. Your Roach is going low. Maybe encourages you to get on the map with everything of your own here as Rogue, which would be incredible. He's already moving across with Roaches and Lings. I'm not sure we're going to have the numbers that we really need to deal with right now. Lings run into main. Muta's actually just going to fight Mutas here. It's a much better fight for Rogue. He's just better off numbers-wise. The carapace is better than the attack, but I'm not sure it's going to matter in this case. Because Roach is probably going to trade out. What's funny is it's similar in Roach numbers. It's just the fact that the Roaches of Yakov are already hurt. As Yakov takes a chance to turn around and dive there. Okay, they were already hurt, so a lot of these Roaches start going down much more quickly. That's going to end up being the bigger issue. All said and done. Those Roaches get the cleanup. Two mutas come around the top. Continue to chase those other mutas down. And that is Rogue 2-0 is going to move on through. Alright, so we're going to go create a Percival first because they were ready a few moments earlier. So we're going to hop on over to Create and get Creator Percival ready to go. Creator getting the 2-1 over MaNa. So yeah, Creator Percival, qualifying match, then Rogue Trigger will be a qualifying match to come up after as well. Very exciting. Alright, get this ready to run. So yeah, Creator Percival will be our first qualifying match, guys. Just waiting for them to do some vetoing. We'll get that underway. Perfect. Perfecto. Alright. So yeah, Creator Percival just gonna get videoed, guys. We'll get ready to rumble in a few. That was a fun little ZVZ we got to catch a game of. Always nice to see. Cool. Alright, yeah, we'll just waiting for the videos, guys. We should be Good to roll in just a few. Thanks again for joining us today. Alright, Old Republic coming up, guys. Get this started. I'm going to be on the way in a couple moments. And can kick this off. Perfect. Old Republic, we're in the lobby. Just need Percival and me to be swapped around. We can go into this BO3. And then afterwards, it's Trigger versus Rogue on a BO3 PVZ to qualify into the 2025 Championship. Alright, just waiting for Creator. He needs a moment or two. And once he's ready, we are going to be good to go. Beautiful business. Wait, please, says Creator. No worries, bruh. No worries. I said, bruh? Yeah. I'm bratting it up. Wardy getting hip with Link was cool to see. I don't know if I'm getting hip as much as I'm just... It just came out, to be honest. Do I work Thanksgiving or no? Right now, no. I have to do something IRL that day. I'm not sure what I'm doing later that day. I have to figure it out still, to be honest. Yeah, not sure just yet. Kind of depends a little bit. I think I might do the finals of that Crank Team League. I know it's like a month late, but I still want to cast the finals, so we might do that on Thursday. I'm not 100% sure just yet. I was thinking of doing a Black Friday Cup on Friday. I haven't really figured that out yet either, to be honest. I've got ideas of what to do later this week, but right now I have nothing planned for Thursday and Friday, so not 100% sure. No Black Friday Cup? No, I'm thinking of doing the Black Friday Cup. I finally came up with an idea. We do the Black Friday Cup and I run a sub sale. Because nowadays you can put discounts on your subs if you want to for a limited amount of time. Within a time period, there's a limited amount of time you get to put on sub discounts. So I might do a Black Friday sub sale. So yeah, maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. Top right side, and blue Protoss is Creator. Bottom left is Percival. Getting to game number 1 of this qualifying matchup here. Get this on the go as that pro becomes moving about. See what's going on. Nexus drops down into place. Obviously, Cybercore to start us off. Nothing really kind of crazy about that just yet, as we get settled down for a few moments. So everything pretty chill for now. Just gonna see the probe coming back to the upper right-hand side. Gonna just drop off a couple minerals at the Nexus. And yeah, Reaper in the factory coming through. Cybercore still being produced. See what our tech choice will be from Creator. DVT has seen a bit of a move away from the Blink lately. Where, like, obviously Blink is still the go-to, but we're seeing some Stargates, we're seeing some Charge. Are the semis simultaneous? No, we're going to do Trigger Rogue after this, guys, yeah. No finals being played, so because there's no final being played, I have no bad feelings about making them wait to play the second qualifying match. I mean, they've only been playing for 2 hours, right? Like, at the end of the day, I think we can wait best of 3 to play one more series. We gotta use these qualifiers, get some time on these qualifiers to promote the event, you know, so... Adept is gonna go chasing after that Reaper. It's gonna die. It has no cliff to jump up and down on. It has no real getaway plan here. That's a dead Reaper early in this game, and we do have another Reaper moving up from Percival. Adept's not exactly low enough to go down here, though. We're gonna try and kite this for a while. Gonna lose high ground vision. Adept will still chase. He keeps the Adept on this side of the map, if nothing else, though, which is nice. Command Center is still building. And so far, we're making a pretty good go of actually picking off that Adept. Does take one shot now. It's a dangerous time to take a shot, because then the Adept is chasing you, and the second Adept shade is what kills you. So he wasn't expecting the second Adept, and that's what ends up actually being the problem at the end of the day there. Phoenix and Warpgate production continues. Like I say, Blink is not all the rage right now. Some players are mixing it up, and Creator decides to do just that early on. Yeah, no finals today, guys. Top 2 are just qualified. There's no prize money. It's just a qualifier. Sometimes, obviously, we put prize money on the qualifiers to, yeah, sometimes we put prize money on the qualifiers to, like, make them last a little bit longer, because then we do the finals and pay out. But, in this case, we're mixing it up and just doing just the top 2 qualifying. It means that we cast both qualifying matches. So we get to cast every player that qualifies into the WardiTV Championship. You get to see everyone qualify, basically. So that's kind of the plan. Water Mines lifted, denied. Phoenix typically do minimize the damage that's taken here. The Medevac's never going to get away. I mean, Percival gave up on it already. That's why I was kind of just sat AFK. We'll come back, clean up that final mine. With the final mine going down, this is a full cleanup for 1 probe lost. That is not a bad trade at all. So Creator gets to dive in. The Phoenix make themselves useful right away. As yo, ASAT OSC, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Going out to Keeper Gastoff. Thank you so much for the generosity of a gifted subby. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, getting a couple shots off on the Liberator there. As Percival is not happy, I don't think. The Phoenix not going to have the energy to lift that Cyclone, though, so he will lose one Phoenix. He saw Creator taking a turn and trying to lift the Cyclone up there, but was not able to make it happen. And we are going to be seeing the couple of Phoenix going to get back in toward the center. Immortal +1, Robo-Bale coming through. A couple of barracks in the engineering base building up as well, so we bring a lot of that online. As we just have this army of Percival gathering toward the natural. I say army right now, it's 5 Marines, but there are more units coming across. The Viking Cyclone sits in the main. I do wonder, are we going to go more Phoenix here and continue to kind of play this as Phoenix Colossus, or are we just happy with the 3 Phoenix and what they've done, and we're just happy to move into just Colossus play and everything else that kind of comes along with that? That actually kind of becomes an interesting question at this point, I think, so... I guess we'll see what happens as the 1-1 upgrade stim will continue through into play, so we bring all of that about. Again, the Twilight Council building through, the probes are coming up, +1, Thermal Lance, all coming by. There's a couple of Phoenix moving back up toward the top as the Immortal Zealot Adepts and the Sentry gather as well. All those upgrades coming about, Medevacs coming over, a couple of barracks producing through, compressor shells in production. The army of Percival takes a bit of a step out, so a few Marines are still stepping forward, but otherwise This army's starting to look good with upgrades being done. We'll see if you can do anything pushing into the first Colossus or so of the game in the near future or not. Widowmine is going to press through. The hallucination is going to get shut down. So that's going to get cleaned up already. 1-1 upgrades, compressive shells, all continue to come by. Again, the charge and the +1 coming about. Temple Archives coming into play. There's a few additional gateways still coming by as well. So again, all of that up and running as the army of Creator still settles into the center of the map. The army of Percival wants to go around the left. Interestingly, Creator is now kind of stepping forward more aggressively on the map also. So both players starting to be a little bit feistier in that regard. Lone Marine takes a step forward there, and a chance to see what else is going on. Just going to see the Phoenix lifting up, a little bit of damage being done right away. Again, just currently kind of playing with some map control. These Marines want to dive that fourth. The army's nearby. We'll see if we get a cancel or not. It's pretty healthy. Gonna lose the shields pretty quickly. Turns onto the Phoenix. I mean, I don't hate us getting a Phoenix and then turning around, perhaps. Problem is if you leave the Phoenix alive, they are going to chase the medivacs, then you kind of get stuck. We get an unload, we get another Phoenix kill. Honestly, this was pretty good. No blinks, so the chasing potential on those medivacs is limited to the Phoenix. That was not bad, and this Nexus is low enough now that it's a target for later as well. Like, okay, is it going to go down right now? No, but like I say, definitely a target for a bit further down the line here, so I'd imagine that that will remain a factor too for us to keep thinking on. Back into the center. +2 attack, +1 armor coming about. Blink on the way in. The Viking Ghost coming over. Those 2-2 upgrades all coming by. The Bio going to get across over to that right-hand side and resettle here for the next few moments. Just going to get that ready. The 2-2 upgrades all building. Again, all the units coming on through. Gather up. There is the prism around that bottom right side. Just going to keep on moving for a couple moments. The rest of this army from Creator gathering up in the center, so continue to join in over here. Storm halfway done. Blink finishing soon. +2/+2 continue to come about. It's going to have a scan in the upper right hand side as well. Keeping an eye on everything. As we are going to see the Bio and the Vikings gathering up. A couple units getting turned away. The Colossus going to be in some trouble there as well. And +2/+2 all on the way in. That Blink about to finish up. Out on that Fleet Beacon, losing some SCVs. Just a couple of Zealots get into that main base and able to get some work done with that right off the bat, which is nice to see as well. So nice little bit of play on that regard. Dark Shrine building. Gateway's on production too. We get the Zealots, the Disruptor all coming out, +2 armor coming in. We got the few Zealots ready to run down the left-hand side. Marine Cyclone just going to get through. The Zealot gets picked off. The rest of this army from Creator heading around the right side as well. A couple of Ghosts coming through. Ship weapons about to finish. Mothership is going to be in production from Creator as well, so getting that going immediately. Let's just have a couple of Vikings coming by. The command center is all building. Gateways in production, 9 of them at once. Red again set up nicely for this latest stage of this game. 5 bases, moving to base 6. And the Mothership and just all the tools in the world to get himself set up and comfortable in the next few moments. So it really is going to be feeling good about that. As you see the rest of all this army gathering together as well. Going to go down the bottom right side. Marines and Medevac's going to gather up over there. Vikings, the Lib, the Medevacs, the Bio, all gathering up. You've seen a little bit of a push forward already. Sender back down here goes down right away. Yeah, +3 attack, +3 armor, prism speed, shadow stride, all continuing through as well. Currently, Mothership is about to complete. This army of Percival is going to continue over that right-hand side currently. Disruptor shot going to land in for the Marauder. The Vikings going to go for the Colossus. First one goes down already. Okay, thank you, Borga711, for the 7-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate it as we go back around this left-hand side now. Just going to take the chance to pick away at some rocks. We actually do drop a storm in here as Creator, a little bit of a warning storm more than anything else. He's like, danger down this set of rocks. You've cleaned them out now. Do not move down this direction. You may get stormed. I just have to give, a little bit of a warning sign the other direction. Have lost some probes as the army on the right side continues through. His base is going to fall, so that it's just going to be a knockdown already, and Percival is going to be able to pull away from this. Playing this kind of slower going setup kind of into this late game. He's happy to play it slow. He's not afraid to kind of enter the macro game. He's not playing overly aggressively. He's not doing anything that he shouldn't be. Percival just kind of, like I say, happy to enter the later stages and like I say, not playing too aggressively just yet. Just, like I say, poking around for whatever he is able and comfortably able, most importantly, to get. So yeah, keeping himself out of danger. Liberator tries to siege and is just going to get straight in. Couple of probes going down. Just going to see the bio moving back into the center as well. Liberator is going to move off and go in toward the main base now instead, so a little bit of a different direction being made there. As that Libs comes over, bio setting up, a couple of EMPs available. Just going to drop a couple of those down right off the bat as we do land into that army. 7 workers going down as well. Where even is that? Where's the Liberator gone? Sorry, it's still in the main base. You do not see the red dot on that mini-map. It's just right between 2 buildings, I think, so it looks a bit weird. As Percival also has the bottom right base coming online. But it's nice, he's actually a few times over being able to get in and get a few bits of damage done in that regard. Those disruptors are not going to land. That does keep the Liberator is in position. Now he's going to dive through. Percival taking the jump on this. There goes the Mothership immediately. I mean, that was a bad start to this fight from Creator, who's starting to lose a lot. No storms left over. Vikings are going to chase that Colossus. Not going to go too far, though. But, man, I actually felt like he had enough to keep going. This bio army still looks beasty. I mean, we've got ourselves additional libs coming up. That Disruptor turns into a pretty decent connection. But, man, like, that's all we're really seeing that goes well for you at the moment. It's not ideal. Space in the front going to go down as well. The rest of the army still gathering. We get the kill. Cloaking coming up on the Ghost Academy. Additional Vikings with the Marine Marauder coming through too. This bio army is going to get an EMP down to get rid of the 2 DTs. And we lose the Prism instantly as well. Creator is having a nightmare when it comes to this fight. It is all going wrong. Nothing is kind of going as smoothly as it should be for him. And that is turning this into a pretty sizable disaster at the moment. This is becoming pretty nasty as Percival's not really taking any kind of comparable damage in return. Is going to be the main talking point of this. Is that Percival is just kind of sitting cozy throughout this whole thing. That is definitely a problem. Nexus on the far left side going to come up as well then. Get that into position. The nuke on the way from Percival as he tries to make sure he's got every tool under his wing to be able to utilize. Stalks get pushed back. Plus on the way through. Bio Viking Ghost Lib. Over on the left, we scan up. We see the Nexus. Something we can jump on here if we want it. Liberator still sieging. Just going to see another Disruptor shot. Going to land on the Ghost for a couple of seconds. Nothing too crazy. Couple shots going back the other way. Still got the upgrades coming through in general. Just trying to get some warning nukes down. We are going to see the Vikings hitting those Colossus. And again, just pushing this back. We just dodged that nuke. It was actually in a very interesting, kind of hard to see position. I missed it as well. I didn't look at the minimap straight away. I thought it was more kind of obviously just next to us. But yeah, it was right there. And we just about walked away from it as Creator with that right side army. Percival now swings to the top. Liberator siege here. And that's going to make this a difficult access point. EMP's going down. Archon's getting hit. Zealots is going to be getting picked away as well. The Vikings are going to get busy straight away here, so we get into business. We get to it, and we're going to find ourselves a couple of Vikings going to push back. I mean, in the end, Percival gets chased away, but I still feel like he's had a very good time here overall. It feels like this has been a pretty huge success story in the grand scheme of things. Back down to the bottom, and now the rest of the Zealot Stalker coming over. The Bio Ghost gathering up. A couple of EMPs already coming into place, just for the moment as well. Vikings again just getting through there, getting the Observer, Prism, even. I mean, just removing things that are typically needed, so not ideal. Zealot Stalker going to come forward one more time. Chasing through, I mean, a chance to actually push in is not something we've really had much of. This Planetary Fortress will help a lot in this fight, and the Vikings land, so they do good damage against the Stalkers. Another Prism goes down, and Creator just says GG. He's already ready to accept that this one is just not going his way at all. And Creator taps out of a game 1 to give Percival the 1-0 lead. Alright, game number 2 coming up in a couple moments. That's ready to go. As the DTs gonna get involved there as well. Not necessarily doing maybe everything they wanted to. And off we shall head. I'm just waiting for them to host, and we'll go into game 2. Craig's just going to replay for a second, guys. Just wait on that. What's up, Taco Stuff? Thank you for another 50 bits. Second lot of the day. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much. Bits, donations. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Creator, I'm going to drop us the lobby link to White Rabbit for game 2. So we shall get that underway and ready this up. Bit of chat between the guys. Couple moments. Alright, countdown. Gonna finish up, get ready to rumble. Kick this off in a couple seconds. Alright, let's go into game. We are gonna have in the bottom left-hand side the red Terran player who takes the 1-0 lead. It is Percival, a map away from qualification here, taking on Creator, our blue Protoss in the upper right corner. Can Creator pull this back? Find out soon. If you're enjoying the stream today, obviously, just a quick mention, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching over on the YouTube. Takes a quick second or two. Helps us out a whole bunch, and do check that option out. We appreciate it if you do. Thank you so much if you choose to do that. Coming about, Rack's coming up. Probe gonna get in after the SCV. SCV gonna get back to the barracks. SCV will get to the probe. A little bit of back and forth for the moment. Nibble for the moment. Cybercore coming through. That Nexus on the way by. Probe goes back over this side, so just Gonna move across for a couple of moments. Taking some moments to move around for now. Okay, we're just going to be Chrono Boosting along. That Reaper's going to come up as well, so bring that straight through. To get that rolling as the Reaper takes a hop up to the high ground. While that counts will build up, the next is going to be finishing. Just going to be seeing a couple of probes coming over to that natural as well. Thing coming about, Warp Gate coming through. Just gonna get that gate coming up. A couple of depots gonna drop straight down. The Adept gonna pull back out into the center of the map. Just have ourselves obviously blink instead of the Stargate opening. I mean, the Phoenix did well initially for Creator. As the game went on a little bit, became a little bit, maybe a little bit more lackluster, I suppose. Probe facility, gateway in the blink coming through, a couple of probes coming about, barracks in the tech lab coming over. Reaper still moves about, and yeah, you take a chance to see where things are going to go. Actually gets caught by the Adept, so it doesn't last too long. We'll watch the medevac come across with a double mine drop included. Getting into position. Well, one of mine is just going to drop in. Probe's going to get jumped on. I see that blink coming about, Observer coming through, Probe's Nexus, Robobay coming up as well. Third Nexus goes down over the left side. It's going to be seeing the tank, Stim, and the +1 continuing through as well. And if that gets chased away, it's going to get that pushed out. And the Raven up the right-hand side. Kind of back down the left, just going to see the Stalkers coming over. And down the bottom left-hand side. Step back in the +1, continue coming about. Marine Marauder coming through. Stalkers is going to get in position here as we get the SCV at the front. Going to take that down immediately. And charging Thermal Lance, all building about. A couple of gateways going to get in position. And those two Stalkers just working around that left-hand side. Medevac loading. A few Marines will take a chance to maybe get on the map. Stim will be done soon, so by the time that drop hits, they'll have the upgrades. Going to take the long way out. The Raven going to come forward, and we'll just see the Stalkers still positioned there, so just getting that confirmation. There's an Observer right there as well. Raider smartly moves away, knowing the Raven is lurking for a chance. And yeah, he is actually going to spot the Observer now as he tries to drop across. This is actually kind of fun, because what happens here is that you see this as Creator, and you're like, oh, you know, this kind of makes it feel as though you've spotted the drop, when the reality is you've got a drop coming toward your main base that you have no idea about. So it kind of feels like you've done what you need to. But yeah. I see the Stalkers coming back over. Medevac going to move over as well. Medevac getting ready to drop in. A lot of pros going down. This drop is successful. There is a push on the left side, though. The tanks actually did get siege. The Prism is going to be saved with no anti-air to follow up on this. As it's only the tanks left. That one left on 1 HP, just about surviving. It's back up to the top side. Just going to be seeing the next coming through. The probes and the Colossus coming into place. Again, Marine, Marauder, Viking coming around. SCVs coming over. The Stalkers will continue to linger around on the left. Top left, fourth base goes down already. Couple refinery just gets put into position here. Just going to have the Vikings up the left-hand side. Solid Stalker Colossus coming through for the moment. Puzzle's just going to warp in. Bio going to be gathering around. Puzzle's just going to charge through. Just going to go straight in. The Stalkers jump onto the siege tank there. So big commitment in from Creator. Has the supply to do this. Going to lose the Prism, however. The Widowmine gets the connection. That Prism low from the previous fight. Just going to be seeing the rest of this coming around. Stalkers getting turned away. Going to be seeing the army going to come through once again. Bio continue to be chased. The Vikings pulling back. Going to see the Vikings going to get through. That Colossus going down. We continue to trade for a couple seconds here, back and forth. Colossus still moving through. Upgrades, concussive shells coming around. Just going to be seeing the +1 ship weapons. Those ghosts continue to come about. Zealot's still going to come around the left-hand side. Vikings is going to get around. Colossus getting moved about. Going to be seeing the Vikings just going to be pulling away. Colossus still there. Stalkers pushing through. Vikings is going to get there. Prism falls. The Stalkers, Zealots continue to charge through. A couple Widowmine shots connecting. Zealots going down. The defense is being made here by Percival. That one Colossus still adding some splash in. Well, extra Zealots just going to come through. Just going to be seeing the GG upgrades coming about. The Ghost still building. +1 ship weapons continue to come by as well. So just getting all of that on the way up. The Zealots are going to come by. The Forge on the way. They're going to back away into a longer game at this point. Medevac gets around to the upper left. And 2-2 coming around. Ship weapons coming in. Just going to see the Stalkers coming about also. The free probes go down, the rest of the bio. In fact, just come about. Just going to be seeing the army now collected. The Ghost's going to make that move. Marauders, Vikings, a starport. Just coming over. +3 attack coming up. Just going to be seeing this army still gathering together. The Zealot's going to go back and forth a little bit. +1 attack, the Nexus coming through. Just going to see the 3/3 and the +2 ship weapons coming about. Missile turret coming into place as the Zealots come back over. Game really does settle after everything that's kind of been happening. Creator finally going to get some upgrades going. We're so reliant on just pure sheer power of the units. He's now +1 attack against 2/2 and 3/3s on the way as well. Going to get that Zealot grab. The rest of this army still moving out over the right-hand side. Zealot's going to warp in. Dark Shrine coming through. Disruptor shot fires. Another disruptor shot goes across as well. And try and zone out. The Zealot's going to charge in from that left-hand side. Couple of EMPs coming through. Stalkers going to blink in after the rest of this army. Bio can take some shots. The Vikings will try and escape. Just going to get in after those Colossus here. The Stalkers will continue to fire. Colossus does go down. The rest of the Bio from Percival pulling back down to the bottom. Liberators, Marauders, the Ghosts continuing through. Add those 3/3 upgrades up as well. +2 ship weapons on the way. The Archons and Immortals coming about. Again, that +2 attack upgrade coming by in the Forge. Another scan coming down. The Bio chasing. The Stalker going to get shoved away for the moment. And yeah, 3/3 is going to be done very shortly as well. Still got that +2 ship weapons coming about. The Vikings in production. Command Center, Missile Turret, all built into place. And the Bio Force will sit and gather there as a hallucination. Moving around a little bit as well. Sensor tower put in place. As we do have obviously some big moments kind of building up here. Destination does go down. The rest of this army pulls back over to the left. The army in the center from Creator gathering as well. Again, advanced ballistics coming through. +2 attack upgrade about to be done. Colossus, Immortal, Gateway probes. Building for the moment. Our Stalker's going to get on the right side, picking off a Widow Mine or two as well. Liberators is going to set up. They're going to recall over that left side. EMP's coming down. Disruptor shot. Kabooms onto a bunch of Marauders initially. Can we keep dodging those Disruptors? The Vikings have a Colossus to hit down on the left-hand side. We're trying to let the Liberators come into play. The Stalkers had to surround, but we kill off the ones that are surrounding quite quickly. Get those Vikings to go after the Colossus. It gets saved by a Prism and also the battery recharge. Give the battery energy enough to give that Colossus HP again. First of all, turns his tail and runs after what was another pretty intense fight. These two keep on trading this game. 19.6 to 18.9k resources lost has been pretty even when you look at how the trades have gone. Stalkers try and blink underneath. A couple medivacs going down. The Liberator shots are going to come through. Vikings going to shoot. Bio going to stem on forward. Just going to get straight in already. Going to be seeing the Bio going to come on fighting. Colossus already down. Good EMPs. I think Creator's chased too far into a little bit of that defense. I didn't see actually the Colossus got saved by the Prism, but now the Prism's going to go down as well. So there goes some more of your micro potential. Disruptor on the top left does get the connection. We keep on chasing as Percival wants to come through, but Creator's busy typing GG. Percival qualifies for the WardiTV 2025 Championship with the 2-0 over Creator. GG's. Alright, we are going to be heading into game number 1 of another series here, guys. It's going to be Rogue versus Trigger. Alright, we'll get those guys ready to play, and we can kick off into Our second matchup here, guys. So Percival qualifies. Congrats, Percival. And again, Rogue Trigger will be for our other qualifying spot today. There are multiple more qualifiers still to come, guys, so more chances for anyone that doesn't make it today. Yeah, Percival, looking good there. Alright, we'll get this sorted out, guys. Just take a minute or two break while we get our game sorted. Obviously, the ads do help support the channel. We'll do a little sellout, I guess, when we get into our the start of our last series of the day. Right, cool. Alright, we're just waiting for Rogue and Trigger. As soon as they're videoed, guys, we should be good to rumble. How's everyone doing in the chat? Again, hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining us and hanging out today. Cool, yo. What's up, dude? 30 stream watch streak. Only 30? Unbelievable. Only 30. Razorback OTP, also on the 30 stream watch streak. Beautiful. Tackle stuff, another 50 bits. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Presume they're videoing, they're both on channel and stuff, so. The double 30 watch streak, yeah, that's pretty cool, back to back. The back to back. Very cool indeed. Title Citadel are going to be our opening map. Just going to jump into this and we're going to be good to go. Alright, guys. Game's hosted up. Rogue and Trigger ready. And we're going to kick off into Title Citadel for map 1 of this best of 3 qualifying matchup. Last match of the day for us, guys. It's not going to be a long stream. The next couple weeks are interesting because we've got some of these shorter streams in, but this weekend we're busy because this weekend's the Korean Royale playoffs, so we will be busy this weekend. And I'm hoping that I get the Beyond Korean Royale games sorted so that maybe tomorrow after I hit the qualifier we could cast those, for example. Could be kind of a neat way for us to do a little extra, basically. So, yeah, a couple things for us to look at. We'll see how it goes. Let's get into this game right now. As we have got in the top left-hand side, the blue Zerg player is going to be Rogue. in the bottom right, our red Protoss is Trigger. So, Chrono Boost in the bottom right, and a probe to come across the map initially from Trigger to set us up. See that probe getting into the main base. Next, Hatcher going down on the low ground. Next is coming through. Hatch casting pool coming up as well. You can see that Cyber Core is about halfway done. The Overlord of Rogue heading down that bottom right hand side. Hatch coming through, pool coming about. Next in the Cyber Core, getting in position. Yeah, the Nexus completing, and we do have ourselves the Overlord still stepping forward. Just trying to see what's going on. Stargate is building in the main base. No surprises, really, to kind of start us off then, so we get that going. Wardy, my son is 7. He loves StarCraft, but his favorite race is Protoss. Should you disown him now or send him to one of those camps to pray the Protoss away? So, the thing is, in the modern day, you just have to be accepting that some people like Protoss. It's not... You know, back in the day, we could just be kind of anti-Protoss and all of this, but nowadays, you just have to be supportive. You know, at the end of the day... Like, it could be worse. You know, he could like League of Legends. So the fact he's on StarCraft 2 at least has him somewhat on the right path. Just, yeah. I mean, we just gotta accept it, man. Some people like Protoss. It's a thing. Yeah. You know, give it another 10 years and liking Protoss is gonna be a really normalized thing where we don't even kind of think Protoss lovers are weirdos. It's you know, we're progressing day by day. You know. I feel like we failed him. Modern parenting's way too inclusive. I mean, look, you just gotta, in that case, you just gotta give him, if you're really set on it, you just gotta give him examples of why Protoss is bad. Make him watch 7 hours of PvP, you know, Phoenix versus Phoenix games only. Or go back to the old days of 4-gate versus 4-gate PvP. Maybe make him watch some Protoss versus Swarm Host as well. Well, I mean, that wasn't even the Protoss' fault, but we can still keep it there, I guess. Something moving about. Oracle moving around. Just going to see that third Nexus dropping down into position. Gonna see the Oracle coming through. Just gonna get the Ling down over there. A couple Lings there. The Queen coming about. Gonna see the couple Queens gonna get there. Oracles will take some damage. Queen's gonna keep on playing. Oracle will take a few more shots. Couple drones going down. The smoke roller is gonna be right there. Oracle gonna take some hits already. Blink and the +1 coming about. The Adept in the gateway is coming through. Layering the drones coming about as well. Evo Chamber gonna be put in position for the moment. Well, it's coming around the right side. Hatchery on the 12 o'clock. Continue to settle in for a few moments. The Templar Archive is going to be the next big step of this. The Hydra Den halfway done. Again, just follow these oracles around. Honestly, pretty reasonable early game for Rogue. Only 6 drones lost is very manageable. Rogue is one of the players I feel like is kind of worse at keeping his units or keeping his drones alive early. So seeing him only lose 6 workers feels very reasonable so far. Oracles back into the center. Again, Robo Facility, Gates, the Storm, the Blink continue to come by just for now. So again, we get a little bit more of that all on the way. The Templars hold back. Just going to see the Zerglings moving one way then the other. The melee upgrade, the Hydra is still coming through as well. Just going to be having the Storm building. Gates on the way through. The Oracle's back to the top side of the map. Going to get to the left-hand side, and again, Ling's just going to keep on threatening the idea of a bit of pressure here. There's a Stalker, there's a Battery. I think another Warping or 2 we're going to be fine, so we don't really want to commit to that. And you do see that Trigger is already just heading straight in toward that Storm upgrade as well, so he'll have that shortly to help him out against what is turned into a bit of a Ling Hydra kind of game right now. He's coming around the right, Oracles fly overhead. The Nexus goes down on the 4th base, so Trigger looking to expand. Rogue is attacking. Let's see how well this attack does. Let's see what he can kind of do with it as he sets up to come across the map. Initially, doesn't really feel like there's too much going on just yet. I mean, he's actually going to catch these Stalkers, though. Uh-oh. I was going to say, I actually felt as though Trigger's on his way to having what he needs to deal with this, but losing a bunch of Stalkers early is not great. This is the issue. The Storms are going to be very effective here. That 4th base will go down. Trigger loses this part of it, no doubt. Can't really do much else there. Now the Storm comes down. The Hydras have to start splitting. We pull back a little bit. A couple of the High Templars beginning to go down as well. Ling Hydra still chasing. The High Templars have to lift up once again. Continuing to run the hell out of here. The Hydra's going to get the Prism. There's units inside as well. Trigger's just falling apart now. The Oracles fly overhead. And that's a disaster too. And I think it's fair to say that every part of this game is going wrong for Trigger. It's just falling apart completely. This wasn't even Rogue's complete and total plan. Like, he has a Spire behind this. He's still got upgrades building. I mean, it just went so poorly for Trigger that Rogue has just kind of killed him in the process of coming across the map. And don't get me wrong, like, I think Rogue obviously wanted to try and do some damage. You know, this was a commitment to the attack, but I don't think he really foresaw this much success when he set off like this. Ling Hydra continues over. Just going to be seeing those couple throws still going down. These Stalkers are kind of stuck in the back. Ling's on top of them, tanking as well. The Immortal probably isn't going to be long for this world once the Hydras and Lings together get on top of it. But do you warp in a few Zealots? I think the Immortal might just go down in the end, because the Zealots actually are helping a lot. The Trigger is down to 73 supply post-warping against the 128 of Rogue. And now we're building Mutalisks, which is just going to be a miserable experience to clean up while you're trilling in the game. You're just flying overhead. The single Archon is like the only anti-air that's here right now, so if this Archon goes down, then everything else is kind of a disaster along with it. Rogue is going to take game 1 and be a map up in this qualifying matchup. So Rogue goes ahead by a game with our second game coming up in just a second, guys. I'll get that hosted and logged for you all in just a moment. Just going to get that ready to rumble. Alright, game 2 in a couple seconds. Tourmaline gonna be the map. Perfect, get that hosted up and we'll be good to rumble, guys. Again, for a little bit of patience as we get rumbling, get going. Go being cold. Just waiting for Trigger to assume readiness, and we can go. Let's head in game. Alrighty, let's do this as we're going to have ourselves in the bottom left side. The blue Zerg, who has the 1-0 lead right now, it is Rogue taking on the red Protoss top right, where it all just went wrong for him in a matter of seconds in that last game. Trigger wasn't quite ready for all the Hydras. He was very close to being ready, just wasn't quite what he needed in the end. Yeah. Alright, so Chrono boosting it up. Get underway and see just what we're gonna do here. As we Chrono boost along, I'm just gonna be seeing the Proby heading down to the bottom left. Going to see the hatch gas and pool going through then. Drone is going to get in after that probe. The Overlord makes a bit of a journey toward the upper right-hand side. It's going to get straight across. A couple of moments, making some moves. For now, again, hatch gas and pool coming about. The Overlord toward the upper right-hand side. Let's see the Overlord heading to the top. Just getting into position then, so doing a bit of scouting overall, nothing really too crazy. There is a probe across the map that's just dibbling about and just keeping an eye on things, so nothing really wild overall for the moment. I'm going to be the adept. I'm going to come about. I'm just going to push over, and obviously that's still not really too wild or ridiculous going on just yet. And just have ourselves the gate going through the couple of pros, and so still coming about. Oracle coming over. Actually going to drop onto that third base as the adepts will gather to the bottom left-hand side. Oracle Wargate coming through, a couple of adepts going to shoot, drones taking some damage. Queen's going to be right there, taking some shots, but they will, for the most part, just shut this down, and that's a good little bit of defense already. Things going to get turned around. Oracle going to be heading overhead. You see the Nexus, Twilight, and Forge all continue to come through. Oracle gets to the bottom. Again, just looks for some drones. Last game we lost, what, 6 workers overall to the early harass. We already lost 4 to the Adepts this game, so kind of want to make sure these Oracles don't get too much of a chance to do much else. Ideally, you keep this away from being too much of a potential success story. Twilight Council and Forge all coming in. A couple gates coming about. The Adepts still building. Lair on the way as well. Things going to get a wrap around. Adepts taking damage. Things coming over. Probe is going to get stuck there. He's going to get wrapped around. Adepts is going to get jumped on. So just going to get a grab on that already. Just going to be seeing the +1 blink coming through. The few probes coming about. The Oracle of Trigger continues to go to the upper right-hand side. The Hydra Den already building. Drones and Overlords in production. Stalker's just going to nibble. Overlord will go down. That will be a kill as the Lings try and come around the top side. Lings get down to the south. A few Stalkers moving over. A few more Stalkers in production. Temple Archives on the way. That +1 and blink still building through here to get set up. Drones and the hatchery coming through. Just going to be having the Stalkers and the Adepts going to be there to push the Lings back out the other direction for the moment. A few Stalkers are going to get in after, going after those Lings. And now the rest of the Stalker Adept coming back down the bottom left-hand side. Gathering up for the moment as this hatchery will join in at the front as well. So just going to get that on the go right there. And position. And yeah, we poke our way through. Hatchery goes down. Hydra's in production. Just going to get that Groove Spines coming up. +1 and blink going to be a part of this as well. So all those upgrades come through. There's that Storm, but all the Hydras from Rogue. This way, obviously, the game took off for him last time around. Get those Hydras out. And this game, 61 drones. So if he goes and gets aggressive this time, he'd be doing off of a lower drone count than last time. He might hit just before Storm if he went now. And Groove Spines is about to be done. It's going to be a slow wonder because it's no muscular augments just yet. Gotta be careful of those stasis walls as well. Right now, just sat here defensively. There's the muscular augments now coming in. Steer attack, Storm, charge coming up. Just going to be seeing the Lings going to wrap around on the assimilator top side. Stalkers get there, and a few Lings going down immediately. It's going to be making for a good little grab. And the rest of those upgrades coming through. A couple oracles around the bottom. It's going to make a move. And like I say, the Hydras have gone across the map. Storm is, like I say, close to being done. My Templars are over in the natural, though, so they're going to have to take a wander over toward the third, which is where the majority of this fight's going to be. Right now, they're blocked in by the Adept on the walls. The Trigger having a little bit of a movement issue. Stalkers blink in to get after some Lings, and the Hydras are right there, but not with the speed. I mean, Rogue's numbers look good, but forcing Storms early, and this is a big deal. Hydras are going to zone those High Templar back, which means the third base is under fire. The High Templar, just all of them being in the natural, is going to be the killer right now for Trigger. If he loses this base, that will be why. Because he had enough to fight this, I believe. But, yeah, just not in the right positions. Storm was decent. We're going to force the Hydras back a second or two. More Hydras on the way out. More Stalkers added on. Army supply only a 30 difference right now. Regather to the middle of the map. Charge about to be done. +2 attack coming in. The Ling Hydra wants to take a few jumps. Stalker's getting jumped on. One Storm comes down immediately and get pushed back over the other direction again. I love the surrounds. I mean, it's going to make it difficult to drop good Storms. That Storm over there was not great. The Storm on the top left forces you back for a second, but that's about it. There's an Archon in the front we can get rid of. Obviously, get rid of that is nice. That's a much better Storm on the left-hand side. Now these Hydras are a little bit exposed because the Hydras on the left are struggling. That Storm was still there and hit a bunch of them. It's going to be a defense from Trigger. He is going to get it held in the end. Man, the start of this was so ugly, but we turn it around. We fix it up. We get back on track. Very nice job of things, and now Trigger pushing down into the front. Oracle's getting chased. They get killed immediately. Stalker's going to get a Queen. Just going to be seeing this Hatch taking damage. A couple of Zells taking shots as well. Archon still pushing through. That one Archon low, but just not going to matter. With the Stalkers blinking forward like this, Trigger is going to look good to take himself a Game 2 and qualify himself to a Game 3 on the verge of qualifying himself to the WardiTV 2025 Championship. As he ties this up 1-1, and now it's anyone's for the taking heading into a Game 3 here. Well played by Trigger. That was a good defense. Nicely done. Alrighty. Jump on. Alright, game 3, deciding map, final one of the day. Let's see who qualifies and who I have to come back for Qualifier 2 tomorrow, guys. Just to get this ready to rumble on outwards. Get this rolling. Top right, our blue Zergy is going to be Rogue. And he is going to be tied up now with Trigger. The Hydras the second time around did not quite work out, did not do what he wanted them to. So we get into this second game here. Guys, just a quick little bit of yapping and some selling out. If you guys are enjoying the stream today, do not forget that you can support the channel by liking, subscribing, and following, and all the rest. The main thing I want to say is, again, the WardiTV 2025 Championship will be an increasing prize pool based on donations. 100% of any donations on the stream and super chats from YouTube will go directly into the prize pool of this tournament. So for the next month, any donations raise the prize pool up. We're aiming to try and double the prize pool up to $10,000. If you can help with that, even a couple of dollars goes a long way, so do check out that option. Like I say, we want to try and raise this prize pool nice and high and really make this feel like an end-of-year kind of championship event. I kind of wanted it to be, larger than what it is right now, but it's been a rough year in terms of getting some ad revenue kind of taken away from us and stuff. So just trying to do what we can and hoping you guys, if you enjoy, get behind it, try and give a little bit more to the players in this final event. 100% go in my pocket. It goes into my pocket before it goes into the player pockets, yes. If you call my PayPal account my pocket, sure. Overlord will come overhead, just gonna chill there for a moment or two. Couple drones moving down, the probe is patrolling off over to the sides. We have ourselves the couple of lings gonna pop out. 4 Zerglings on the way, couple queens in the ling suite still coming about as well, getting all of that going, Stargate Nexus, and everything else. Moving on through, the lings will come around into the upper left hand side. On the right, there's gonna be the couple lings going after the probe, trying to get a catch. Still got that ling speed building through as well. Queen, drone, hatchery continue to come about right now. So again, just going to get that going. Stargate will be finishing up as the Adept is going to be there. And a couple of drones getting nipped at for the moment. Link speed is still coming by, just getting that up. The Oracle and the Warp Gate coming through, the Adept coming over. A couple of Adepts going in after those Zerglings as these Lings get up into the main base as well. That Oracle will finish in just a moment or so. We begin to go out across the map. Probes in production, Adept in the Gateway coming online, the Oracle and the Warp Gate all building through. These Zerglings will gather together, and we still see the Oracle of Trigger heading to the upper right-hand side for the moment. Activate. Couple of drones getting picked off already. Zerglings still coming through. Overlord in the way, going down. Drones continuing. Nexus will build. Couple workers still coming up. The Zerglings go over to that right-hand side. More Lings going to come out down the right as well. Twilight Council producing in the main base. Twilight Council and Forge both coming up. Those Lings heading right down to the bottom side. Oracle just activating. I'm just going to go after another drone there already. He's just going to grab that. The Zerglings will have that wraparound opportunity on these Adepts, so a few more Adepts going down. Nice little counterattack. These Lings doing well for themselves. This is a game where we lost only 4 drones. Again, always looking at an early drone kill count because I do feel like it's pretty big. Rogue does, like I say, lose a lot of drones early sometimes, and that can dictate a lot of how the game looks. Killed enough of Depsy, then now we're just going to run into the main base, have a full check to see what's up. Twilight Forge scouted. Gonna actually stop the gates building for a second. Probe jumps into the assimilator to save itself, which is cute, but I mean, at the end of the day, you still got Lings running around your main, which is something you don't want going on. That building through, the extractor's coming up. Ling's going to try and get down onto that mineral line and go after a couple of those probes. Not quite going to succeed. This one, the blink continuing by. The Lair and the drones and the Ling is still coming through as well. Oracles continue to the upper right side of the map. And again, just going to see our gateways, the probes, and the robo facility coming on through. The Oracles take a turn away from the Queens right from the start. And Lair about to finish. The Evolution Chamber coming by. The Hydralisk Den is going to start. The Oracles going to get around the top side. Going to head in toward the main base. Or at least think about heading toward the main base. Oracles take a good little bit of damage. Now we're going to get through. I'm just going to get in after the couple of drones. So a bit of damage being done. A couple of shots going down already. Not too bad overall. Going to drop the recall on the Oracles. Oracle's going to get back home. Just reset for the moment. Still +1 blink coming by. The gateway's coming up. The Zergling's heading down to the bottom of the map currently. Those Ling's still moving. We got the couple extractors and a spore on the top position. We get the Lurker Den building from Rogue as well, so not going to hit a Hydra timing this game. Instead wants to play into something a little bit deeper and a little bit later. So that's going to be his main kind of port of call right now. That's going to be the plan. But he sets up for that right now. And Hydra still moving side to side. Stalkers and the Oracle stepping up. A couple of Crypt Humans going to go down as well. I'm going to see the spores coming to the front. A couple of stasis wards going to get put in position. Stalkers will keep on trading with those Hydralisks. And just taking a good bit of damage. So we're getting through a bunch of that. Now an extra round of Stalkers behind this. What a timing from Trigger. Showing up before Rogue is ready. Moments before Lurkers. And he's just coming in swinging. As you can see, Trigger right now is causing issues. Did Rogue just die? Rogue just died. Trigger's going to qualify in this opening qualifier of the 2025 Champion. Well, there was a one the other day, the bonus one. But this is qualifier 1. And Trigger 2-1 over Rogue. Bringing it back after that first game. Is going to get it there, and it is going to be Trigger to qualify today, just like that. So, Trigger and Percival will qualify into the 2025 Championship. Congrats to them. Yeah, let's take a quick peek at the 2025 Championship and just see where we're kind of at right now with it. But there's a long way to go. So right now, players from seasonal events into the championship bracket is Classic, Max Pack, Showtime, Clem. Haven't confirmed that these guys want to play. Those are just the guys that will receive those invites, so that's still to be confirmed. But also the top 2 from the Korean Royale will be here, as well as a couple of extra players we find as we backtrack. I'll backtrack through some events and figure out who maybe is deserving of that based on bigger WardiTV events throughout the year. And then we've obviously got invited players, but then Percival and Trigger will be qualified from Q1. Shameless and Stoller qualified from the bonus qualifier. And we've got another qualifier tomorrow, so if you enjoyed it today, we're going to be... back tomorrow with more of the same. So tune in tomorrow for that. Should be a whole bunch of fun. And, yeah, that is kind of us. That kind of wraps us up, if I'm not mistaken, to be honest. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to say, do, or tell you guys about. Nothing really. I think I saw that at the start of the game. I think we're just chilling, guys. So, thank you so much for hanging about. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all. We're going to wrap this up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft 2. Thanks so much for watching. Some in my eye again. There we go. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Set ads on the outro, and we'll host someone up at the end to send the StarCraft love elsewhere. See you later, guys. Bye.